In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Five weeks come and gone, and we're off in week 6 on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Austin. This return makes it up to the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Mahomes back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Hits a seam at the 40. And all the way up to the 42-yard line before he stopped. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. They go play action. It's Mahomes. Headed out right. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Absolutely crushed that kick. A full 70-yard punt. And it's going to be Texans football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now give left side. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of a defense.
And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that 1st down, and he went and got it.
They're set up at the 35 now. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, Stroud. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, they'll run. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Catch made over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Shotgun now for Stroud. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. On play action, here's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. So that brings up 4th and long. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they're on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He's got it over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That one's caught along the left sideline. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. Point after good from Smith. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Return coming from the 6. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running this one left. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Stroud off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. From the 42. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The give here on 2nd. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Stroud now on third. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
On the return, here comes Austin. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to throw Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for it with Mahomes. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Texans have it as he records his 7th interception of the season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll run here from the gun. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's on the move. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Texans likely setting out the special teams unit. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. He's got to drive this one 53 yards down the middle. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered gate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and just 2 to go. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Throw right side, cut by Olave. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They give it to him again. Down the sideline inside the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Complete out to the right. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
That's caught at the 4. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's 2nd and goal. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. York knocks it through, and they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. That's intercepted near the sideline. And the Saints get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half. He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes. Hits his running back. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And without much room, he's going to go down at the 32-yard line. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Another carry for him. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Give now to the running back. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check, but his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they can't push the lead beyond a field goal.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Javon Holland there to make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, are not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
He has the first over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 3rd quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans push their lead to 6. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Ball at the 33 for first down. Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Trying again, following the sack. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Buying some time right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Back to throw it. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that they love to feed themselves on the field, right, they love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back-to-back carries here. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. On play action, here's Stroud. Cut out left. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Stroud. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Texans lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, but all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Pressure coming from Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Second and 3 now. Hand off to the back. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's down to the 42-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Simple dive up the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Play action, Mahomes. Olave with the catch. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down. They go play action. It's Mahomes. He rolls to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third down, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up fourth down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. He's got it to his running back. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on fourth down, and they move those chains. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. It's second and goal.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Another throw for Mahomes. Oh, my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Texans take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll run now on second down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now following the play, one of the Texans banged up in some pain. We're going to pause as he gets checked on. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on third. Shotgun now, first round. Throw left side, complete. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Saints have some new life in the 4th.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop the potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's first and goal. He tries to sneak it, and he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. They'll try and punch it in, and he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. They'll try it with him again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Desperation time here on fourth. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Right up the gut. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. They send a receiver in motion right. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Here we go. 19 seconds.
Like a steamroller, baby!
Under.
Running it after the penalty. He makes the 25. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. They'll come up 1st and 10. Back to the well again. Breaks through, and he might break away. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs.
You know, it is so refreshing for the running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so second down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. Throwing off the play fake here. He's got a man left. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it sets up a Houston first.
All right.
Build that momentum, offense. Let's keep those sticks moving.
Look the hot.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Oh, man, Brock, they decided to air it out in pursuit of a touchdown that time, but it's intercepted, and the visit to the red zone comes up empty.
And that one stings, Kate. It really does. You have a limited opportunity that looks in that close, particularly as we get through the second half. But once you get, you have to finish with points.
All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. So it's the Texans who defend their building and take the win. And this is exactly how they wanted to go into that bye week, partner, with a victory and some positives to build on in that nice extra time off. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.